Good morning, beautiful people. Got a little spot on my camera still. Well, we'll just make do, man. It's hard around here. But look, I seen something super crazy. And when I say crazy, no, I'm not talking about how Merle cuts chicken. Or about how this dork loads a paintbrush.
Oh, maybe don't.
What are you doing? Hey, real quick, before we get into that, I'm going to do a whole reaction to that, you know.
When there's evidence in the woods that says the TV's lying.
You know. Before I do, let me just say this one thing here. He said, man, I don't know why people made so many fake accounts of me. I don't see anybody else like me that has all these fake accounts made of them.
Like, there's people way better than me, but there's not this many fake accounts of them.
I guess I'll go ahead and answer you. And that answer is twofold, right? The first half of the answer is people who make accounts, fake accounts of other people, namely artists, the majority, overwhelming reason is to scam. And scammers don't just do it to anybody. They look for people who have cult-like followings, who have people who just don't think for themselves. They just blindly follow and will do anything for the person that they blindly follow. And boy, aren't you just the best for that. I mean, anybody from the outside looking in, if they're a scammer and they're like, man, this guy's following, like, will do anything that he says. So what a great following to make a fake account of. That's the first answer. Obviously, I'll go into more detail on that whenever I do that good reaction. That's fine.
When there's evidence in the woods that says the TV's lying.
The other thing that people look for when they want to make a fake copy account of somebody is they need somebody who is all over the place, doesn't even know who they are. They're not sure of themselves. They're a different character every time they come online because it's more passable, it's more believable if you make a fake account of somebody who tomorrow may say something completely different than they said today, right? might do a little impromptu interview where they're painting a canvas white. I thought they came white, and in one sentence talk about how other people are bullies.
Why do I think it's beneficial for bullies to bully people?
And who are you talking about bullies? Ain't this the same guy that sent goons to somebody's house because he thought it was him? Sorry, I don't want to give too much away. We'll definitely do the reaction. And like, I just think it's so corny and ironic to ask these stupid ass questions, man. Like, you look like Ryan. That's who you look like. But yeah, this guy's like, I've never found somebody with so many fake accounts. Man, why is that? Hey, let's talk about something else though. Let's talk about Daggy's dumbass. Before we get into it though, look, a big shout out to Inside Corners, man. I appreciate you alley-ooping that to him, just to get him to say a molehill out of a mountain one more time.
He turns mountains into molehills. Oh, fuck yeah. Mess it up.
Hey, man, I appreciate. Oh, what an idiot, dude. It's too easy, man. It's too easy. Anyway, you know how it's been a wild debate, huge debate on whether or not Daggy was on food stamps or not. It's been debated. Anyway, look, how do you know for sure? How do you prove 100% for sure that you haven't been on food stamps and that everybody's wrong? They got me wrong, man. They got me wrong. I don't know, the week before food stamps are supposed to not load for the very first time, you record your first video paying for groceries with a Cash App and a debit card.
$390 for groceries. And it ain't a food stamp card, folks.
Good old Daggy, man. Way to throw him off the trail. I mean, seriously. I mean, this dude, hey, here's a good trivia question. Who films himself paying for groceries with a debit card and a Cash App card? Me. Go ahead. Somebody who's doing it for the first time. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, I remember the first time I paid for groceries with cash. If you've been doing it this whole time, you wouldn't record yourself. Sorry, your wife. This idiot. That poor lady has to she has to put her hand over the keypad as she puts in her PIN number because her idiot of a husband isn't smart enough to not record it. I mean, she's in there and she's paying for the groceries with a Cash App card and her debit card. And the only thing you bring to the table is recording over her shoulder to where she has to cover the PIN number up. Jeez, man. Like I said the other day, if he somehow, I mean, changed the course of history forever with a Martin Luther King style speech, he would have to credit her and she would have to say it. She would have to present it for sure. I mean, this dude is, no, it's coincidence, y'all. Oh, I heard that God a bitch over here saying my name and talking about how I'm on food stamps. That ain't, Jen, you know, he's a bully. Me and Ryan was talking about how he's a big old bully and he's pretty mean, but we don't care. We really don't care what he says. We don't care about bullies. Dude. I mean, what do you say to idiots like Daggy? My name is Daggy. What I do for a living? I record my wife, you know, when she signs for our car, when she signs, at closing, I recorded her when she's signing for our house. I did that. What else? God, what was I talking about? Oh, I was making fun of that idiot. I record my wife in all of our accomplishments. Let's get serious though, because there was something said that was pretty alarming and I think it deserves some attention. So, Daggy, take it over.
This dude right here, you know what he said? He said about me one time. He said, man, the sound of his voice just fucking make my fist draw up and make me want to fucking break his bones.
Wow. Hardcore MMA said that about you? Hardcore? That is just your voice?
Just the sound of my voice.
You know, this is going to surprise some people, but you know what, Daggy? I'm with you on that. I think it's crazy for him to say just your voice makes him want to clench his fist up and break your bones. Wow. I mean, for me, it's your voice, your face, your life story that changes all the time, your inability to take responsibility, your work ethic or lack thereof, your idiocy of all the trauma that you cause your wife, which is what's formed such a good bond, right? He also said this.
Look, we was homeless. I remember sleeping on the back of a church porch, and they laughed about this. They laughed about this. Me telling this story of me and my wife, me having to lay on top of my wife to keep her warm, and us having only a little thin fleece blanket.
Yeah, man, people made fun of us for sleeping on a church. They laughed at us. Well, you know, there's not a lot funny about homelessness besides the fact that a guy's such an idiot that he would rather get high than... You know what every homeless shelter has in common? The door's open, but you got to be sober to go in there, right? The one here locally that I had to live in, they had a breathalyzer thing at the front. You couldn't be drunk, you couldn't be high, you know, they searched you on the way in. So if you chose to have a pocket full of dope and sleep on a church... I don't know, Daggy. I mean, you're just such a victim, man. Right down into the fucking... He's like, look, Chill Rock, I think, had a tear in his eye for HBR to Crossroads. What about that time I cried? That's what this whole thing's about. What about me? What about my rights? What about my tears? What about my eyes? What about it? I mean, this fucking poor sap. It's a what about me, Daggy. What about that time that Ryan... Fucking crybaby, man. Anyway, I love you guys, man. Peace out.